think we definitely need to go that route, but we're going to go back and refuse.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed.
This should be
with
another ending.
Frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca.
Yep.
The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end.
Yep, that's just another ending.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Okay. So this is definitely the beat the game path. We still don't have another emotion. Good cop, hard cop, interrogation.
The classic
Yeah.
good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times.
Oh no.
Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Slap him. Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver.
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the world?
The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's
Mr.
there?
Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. No, hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're
The
sweating.
doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way? Or, well, let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance! What? I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. Make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran? Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He
lord.
shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. And we know what the source is now because we went down the Iggy path. Source. What's the source? It's where
His voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation
With
Sparkplug?
that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Oh, we didn't get much out of him. Damn, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What do you say about the source? Where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any farther. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? Just got set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library. If there's any information about this source thing, Kato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian? Adorable? Please tell me that we can use that on Roxy. Damn it. Okay, okay. Yeah. Kato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. The guy you working for free? He's quiet and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you in Rolo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. If you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing, we sort of don't know. What do you got on the history of this town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do all go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there. Oh god. Okay.
Chapter 8.
We're
6
getting
feet
deep.
under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old
While
county
leaving
records,
Mr. Tolliver tied up in the
desperately
basement.
searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of these asinine death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his
Rollo
ears.
shut his book with an assertive nod.
You've got a better idea. Spit it out. Sound like my sister. Pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best you've got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
Jay Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey, we're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute.
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name, Beck? In the obit? Jay Hartford, in the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? Jay Hartford. That's my grand's name. Juniper Hartford. Maybe there were two Jay Hartfords? Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. Yeah, Gran is actually our mom. Your Gran is 6 feet under, 3 towns over. Then who am I living
The
with?
question hung in the air.
Alright, gang. I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement.
I don't think he's unconscious
Would be the
anymore.
First order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Uh-oh.
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was
Gran's
asleep.
asleep.
His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Hi, Gran. Hi. Okay, well, that did nothing. Okay. So Gran is actually our mom in all likelihood. Yes, it's all going according to plan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he got out. Oh
Mr.
no!
Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Uh-oh. He woke up, escaped from his bitings, and left without a
Maybe
trace.
Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
Afraid your jam delivery will be
He flipped the lid
delayed.
to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. She doesn't know that I need to play it cool. It's the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Uh-oh. Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself.
The jam's drugged because she knows Nuncreed is associated with the company.
Something
Shit.
was wrong.
Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
Yep. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Rest now and let me handle everything.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Why did we eat Mr. Nuncreed's
Shaking
jam?
the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival. Do we have mismatched socks on? No. It's just the light being weird. Okay, let's go. You gotta get going. You gotta get going, Luca. Actually, let's, yeah, Gran's not been into the kitchen. Or maybe she would have noticed what a disaster we've left of it. I don't know why she has that down there. Why does Gran have that down there? Feels weird. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed? Put me to sleep. Whoa! Fly, devil. Fly. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? You looked around, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. And Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Uh-oh.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Is this thing... hello, Pegan Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Yeah, not a lot. Even that's more than the old codger
Gus
deserved.
cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine,
He
everyone.
gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. Yeah, they're not enthusiastic. What a great turnout. Oh, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Be ashamed to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Oh, God. Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am dadgum grateful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. See that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment. Change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and
Mr.
foremost.
Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are the horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about, grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. Hi, Winifred. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Uh-oh. What was
The
that?
crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain
Mr.
calm.
Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so, it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim,
Raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits. Yep, Gran froze the town again. So we need to be good cop, sly
At
cop.
that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd,
I think it's
instantly
Sly Cop.
freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit?
No,
Maybe
narrator.
should just close
We will
the
not
book,
quit.
Walk away and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again, please.